Hello there, I am your movie theater explorer. My name is Brent, and I just want to take a moment and get this episode out there and try to give you guys an idea of what this is and what my plans are. So, my name is Brent. I am a movie buff. I am a bit yeah, no, home theater explorer, I think is a good way to put it. I like going to the movies. I like going to the movies in theaters. I am also a home theater enthusiast. I am big into watching movies in a home theater. And but yeah, I'm a big movie buff overall, obviously. And so, first off, I got into movies just growing up. I watched a lot of them growing up as a kid. And also, um, later on in my childhood, I started to become more fascinated in how they created the movies, how those things came together from like a lot of the time in the early days, seeing how they shot the special effects. Like I'm big into science fiction and fantasy, so how they would they capture some of the special effects, like in movies like Star Wars, from the ships flying to the explosions to other things, to how they created various creatures and all that, and other aspects of building the sets and how other parts of the making the movie happened. And I also became more fascinated how would be able to mix some of the sound and things like that to help solidify the experience. Ever since I've been little, I've always enjoyed experiencing a movie in a movie theater. It was something just enormous as opposed to just watching on a small TV screen or maybe a slightly bigger TV screen. Like growing up as a kid, TV screens that we had were not super big. But but just having that experience in a movie theater is always great. Obviously, growing up, I got to see a lot of the ones like the Disney movies while I was a kid, and for the 20th anniversary, the Star Wars trilogy came out, and that was being able to having watched it a lot growing up as a kid, and then getting to experience it in a movie theater, and just how much more of a difference it made, and then also getting to experience other ones and just how incredible those experiences are, like Lord of the Rings trilogy when those came out. Anyway, so my idea behind this channel is I want to focus primarily on seeing the movies in a movie theater and just how great that experience is, and hopefully try to encourage people that may not have been to a movie in a movie theater for a while to go seek those out. Um, so anyway, that's what my hope is with this channel, and and I will try to dive into some of the premium formats from time to time. Like I'll probably see certain movies in a couple different premium formats, and I'll talk about some of the differences that I have noticed, and just hopefully share, like, hey, if you're trying to debate which one to go for, hopefully it'll give you a good idea of maybe what to go for. Again, there's a lot of great movie theaters out there. Hopefully, you can find a great one nearby and check one out. And anyway, I'm going to start with talking about some of the movies that I got to see in theaters this month. One of the first ones I got to see was The Day the Earth Blew Up, which is a Looney Tunes movie. And if you guys have not heard that they made a new Looney Tunes movie, um, don't don't worry, you're probably not the only one. I knew about it for a bit. I knew about and ever since I heard about it, I had an interest in checking it out. So when I found out it was getting released, I found out where to see it, and I went to go see it. I saw it a couple of times. One like the opening night, a Thursday night, right when it opened, and it was just me and three other people in the theater. And what was cool about this experience is I could hear one lady, laughing, and that just added, like, hey, this is a really funny movie. And for me, it was really funny. I was laughing pretty hard at various points, and again, it was very loony. It reminded me like the animation and just some of the aspects kind of reminded me watching a type of animated movie from the late 90s. And so that really stood out to me, and I really enjoyed it for that reason. And I mean, I get a kick from Looney Tunes from time to time. It was really funny. It's one of those, especially if you're big into 2D animation or big into Looney Tunes. Just I highly recommend seeking this one out. I got to see it a second time. There's a few more people in it and in the theater, and again, they were laughing pretty good too. So that was one of them. One of the other ones I got to see was Hans Zimmer and Friends, Diamond in the Desert. This was a concert film basically. So what it was basically it was primarily some of the songs played at one of Hans Zimmer's concerts that took place, and maybe a couple of other recordings here and there, and and he would also splice in some conversations he had with some of his collaborators, like Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve and Jerry Bruckheimer, Zendaya and Billie Eilish, and there was a few others as well, and it was cool to hear some of their experiences with him, and he shared some cool stories, and just experiencing the movie in a movie theater was really cool. So I don't know, it was only a limited time engagement, so I don't know if they'll bring it back, but hopefully they do, and if they do, I strongly encourage seeking it out. Another one that I got to see was Rad. It was a movie from the 80s. I grew up watching a lot of 80s movies in my parents' video collection. I also went to a video store to rent quite a few of them as well. And this was not one of those. So this was one I actually did not hear about until maybe a few years back, maybe, but wasn't. It was kind of just like in a passing. And so I saw this one kind of come up on the schedule, and it's like Rad Day, and I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go check this one out because why not? Um, so I did, and it was a special event for an evening or just a night, and I had a fun time. It was definitely it was definitely kind of the cheesy '80s movie that you would expect. It was basically about kids on these bicycles in this competition. I think it was a BMX competition, and it was just really it was again a lot of it was over the top, and I got some laughs here and there, but it was also just it was kind of cool to also just reflect like, oh, trying to them like I'm wondering how they try to figure shooting some of the stuff, and it was really cool. So it was one of those like, hey, if you get a chance to look into and you're big into and like 80s movies, BMX movies, things like that, and just to appreciate something that might be a little cheesy, I think seeking it out would be it would be a fun way to do. There was also a documentary that followed called a Rad documentary, and I'm pretty sure they'll put it on physical media in the future, or they'll drop it online. But it was kind of cool. It shed light on some of the creators and actors' experiences on making this movie, and they shared how they able to make some of the things. And again, I like a lot of this stuff. I like how they talk about how they figure out some of the shots, how they get some of the sequences made, and all that. And it was cool to hear their experiences, and just how much fun it was for them. So yeah. Now again, that was just a it was just a one night thing, and another one I got to see was Princess Mononoke. I got to see it in an IMAX theater. In case you guys didn't hear, they did a 4K restoration for Princess Mononoke, and they released it in IMAX theaters. So I got to go see it, and it was great. It was just I grew up on this movie in my later part of my childhood, and it was my introduction into Hayao Miyazaki. Um, and I caught a lot of his other movies shortly right after, but this was the one that kind of started it for me. So I wanted to go out and check this out in an IMAX theater, and it was just very immersive, and the animation and all that was just great just seeing the extra detail, like just just seeing it on a big screen, on a massive screen, and just appreciating maybe some of the smaller details in the animation. And obviously the soundtrack and all that was just great and very immersive, and just it was an overall great experience. And if you're a fan of this movie, um, I strongly encourage checking this out in IMAX. And for those that may are big into Hayao Miyazaki and may not have seen this movie, I do highly encourage checking this one out. It it's a great movie, and yeah. So those were just some of the ones I got to see this month, and the ones I mainly got to see in theaters. And so um, again, there's a lot of other ones that came out, and there's a lot of the ones that look great, and hopefully you get a chance to check them out. Um, and again, I'll share some of my thoughts on certain ones that I get to see. I may try to do maybe individual quick video, like when I get out of the theater, and just break down my experience seeing it. I'm still figuring all this out, but I just kind of wanted to do this. And I'll try to get another type of these episodes recorded soon, go through a little bit more, and share some more things. Anyway, hi, so again, my name is Brent. I am your movie theater explorer, and go and find a great movie in a movie theater, and go have some of these, explore the movie theaters yourselves, and enjoy. Enjoy the show. Thank you.